Hey angels, welcome to Your Own University TV, where we're going to talk about what sets you apart from everybody else in the world, because you matter. Friends, you are unique. You are one of a kind. There is no ands, ifs, or buts about it. However, big red flag here, and I'm just gonna call us all out on it. What we tend to do is we tend to repeat old patterns. So we repeat our parental patterns. We repeat our social patterns. We repeat our physical patterns. And we act like we have less control than we actually do in the world. So in today's episode, I'm gonna share with you ways that you absolutely can shine your uniqueness into the world and understand your purpose so you have more confidence moving forward and receiving the blessings of everything you need in order to do so. So today we're going to be talking about your uniqueness, and there are some things that I've learned in my own life as well as from my clients that are going to help you to just have life a little bit easier, let life flow to you a little bit better. Because there's a truth, there's an absolute truth that your life is meaningful, that your life is no accident, that you are no accident, that life is here, the world is here, the universe is here to support you in that life. And this is evidence to me over and over and over again. And it's also evidence to me with each and every one of my clients, because as we sift through things, they have this breakthrough heart moment where everything begins to fall into place in their life and life begins to lead them. Doors begin to open wide. They get a raise, they find a better job. They just have this heart call to purpose, to stand in their truth. So today I want to share that with you and celebrate, because celebration is huge. If you haven't watched my videos on celebration, go back and watch those. But celebration is huge. So I have something really precious and amazing to celebrate. I have a couple things that are pretty amazing to celebrate. But today I was asked if my land would be used for something that is absolutely dear to my heart. It's like a huge honor, and I don't know if it's going to happen yet or not, but just to be thought of, just to have that confirmation, to have a sacred place in place right here is confirmation in my transpersonal journey, and confirmation as my leader, as a leader in a spiritual movement. Confirmation that my entire life, from the very beginning to things that were happening when I was 6 and 7 years old, is now coming to fruition as a gift, as a blessing. And I believe that this happens in each and every one of my clients' lives as well. And I know how it happens. So I want to explore that with you in the next 6 minutes as quickly and deeply as we can in order for you to get this juicy stuff, step into your purpose, and shine your uniqueness into the world. So here it goes. In order to know who you are, who you truly, truly, truly are, you have to accept responsibility in each area of your domain, okay, your life. So at Amazing You and in Your Own University and all of our training programs, my primary training program, the Amazing You program, I talk about the 6 personal power zones. And these power zones are places that you actually have power, unless it is you're giving it away or it is taken away, because that absolutely can happen. But as long as that's not happening, then it is truly yours to take care of. So it's your responsibility to fully take responsibility in your life. And what that means is every aspect of yourself. It's your responsibility to love, to get to know, to get to love, to get to nurture, to experience life with, to experiment with so you get to know it better, to create with so you can really put your best foot forward in each situation. Tapping into that deep awareness of knowing your connection to God, your connection to all that is and source, as well as your personal relationship to your soul essence, because your soul is the signature that is manifested each and every aspect of your life. And the more that your soul is embedded in your body, is embedded in your mind frame, your consciousness, when the more that your soul is guiding the way of your feelings, so your feelings are more of a roadmap than a destination. So your intuition and your knowing is something that you trust and you listen to from a higher perspective when you're coming from that soul perspective. So understanding that you are a beautiful, divine, everlasting, ever-living entity in the world that happens to have a house right now that we call a body, and happens to have a navigation system which we call emotions, and happens to have a viewer and a sight which we call mind, right? And happens to have an awareness, an innate knowing, a programming, which we call an etheric realm. Or your sensory realm. So this is just beautiful for you to understand, because what it allows you to do is look at yourself as a whole being. And this is one reason why I love working as a transpersonal therapist, because I get to look at your whole being. And when we look at your whole being and then we do this next piece, your life shifts like that. And things start making sense. And then you can step into your purpose. And then what you need, the blessings that you are required to have in order to receive and step into everything that you are here on this planet to do, accomplish, and be, you receive effortlessly. And so let's step into that effortlessness. Why does everything have to be so much work? That is an old paradigm. We don't need to work so hard. Working really doesn't get us that far. Education doesn't really get us that far. The wealthiest people work less. The least educated people sometimes are the most successful, right? So let's just put all that aside and look at what really makes these people stand out. And what makes them stand out is that they are taking full responsibility for their lives, all aspects of their lives. There's 6 personal power zones in each aspect of that, and how they're walking it out and expressing themselves. And second piece is that they have looked at, they're not afraid to explore their beginnings. So why did they choose? Why did their soul choose the family that they chose? What did they learn from that family? Do they agree or disagree from that upbringing? What are their core beliefs in that family? And do they agree or disagree? What are they here to shift or change within that family? Because we all have a divine paradigm to work in our families. And did they take that role on, or did they shun that role off? How engaged have they been in that role in their family? What things did they learn from their family? For me, I learned a lot about Native American culture, being in a complete world of awareness about things and angels and the earth and plants and animals and animal communication and speaking in tongues and all of these things that are kind of like out of the ordinary world. Weird. But in my world now today, working in the transpersonal field, that's what it's all about. It is about knowing that we are so much more than those 6 elements of self. We are so much more than the purpose. We're so much more than our relationships. You're so much more than the vessel that you're in. You are a holy being, right? You are a spirit having a physical experience. So how do you do that? Well, the first is study your own physical experience. This is one thing that is huge, and we do it from a place of not fixing it, changing it, but understanding it. So in the Amazing You program, we walk through these elements of self And we also walk through the elements of self in relationship to your inner child, to who you were when you were forming, because those formative years are going to lead you into the gifts and the talents and the wisdom that you have to step into your divine purpose, which allows the blessings to flow. So the third thing here is to look at what is common themes in your life. What are common themes, common areas, common blessings, common areas that you are just simply truly supported in the most beautiful, profound way? It keeps coming up. For me, these themes tend to be music, performance, speaking. It just keeps coming up. Spirituality and helping people, breaking old patterns, ending the cycle of abuse in people's lives so they can step into their full flowerness, into their holistic version of themselves, and really love who you are, right? I want you to love who you are and be fully who you are. So my gift are these things. And I keep watching how my life really supports me in continuing my education and providing what I need on my land, providing the plane tickets, the money, the resources I need to continue growing, to hire the coaches, to do things that I need to do in order to grow up into this field, including getting my PhD. It's just amazing the doors that open to you. So what doors are opening? What doors are you fighting, wanting them to open, that aren't opening for you? And how does it support, how does your childhood upbringing support you in your deepest knowing? How does your childhood upbringing support and love and nurture you in your deepest knowing? So if you like this video, if this resonates with you, I want to invite you to come and talk to me privately by going to lishaantica.com, and scheduling a one-on-one just next step session, where what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your 6 personal power zones and how you can really step into your body, how you can come home to yourself, knowing masterfully how you care for yourself and stepping into your purpose so life flows to you, so the abundance that you require flows to you, so the purpose and the legacy that you want to leave flows to you, so doors that are open are wide open for you, and doors that are shut, you feel fine shutting them and letting them go with complete reverence and love. So I hope that you really enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. I love you. I love you. Please share this with your friends. Go on over to lishaantica.com and schedule a one-on-one with me. Let's talk about your next step. Let's talk about the Amazing You program. Let's talk about what we have at your own university for you that's going to help you step into your purpose.